Ladies and gentlemen, I have had no commentary, but I do want to mention Holly Woods is not an active competitor. That man who was attacked by Silas was not an active competitor here in SSW. He is a staff member who works for Matt Savior. He is in charge of our lighting and directorial department. He's the reason we get to have things like this. And of course, him not being in the right place is probably why we had such technical issues and why you didn't hear anything backstage there. But welcome to another episode of SSW. As MS Best, Carter Knox, and Dimitri Gates are already in the ring, we have the debut of a new tag team here in SSW. You all have seen Tony X, but meet what I have been informed, his Robin, his Bucky, his young son, Tony Next. These two men make up X squared. And if you go ahead right now, you can put up some money to tell me who you think is going to win this matchup. And I do want to mention once more, in case you're just tuning in, we opened the show here tonight with some devastating footage seeing Silas Blackheart, the man who injured Austin Andrews, attacking Holly Woods, a staff member here in SSW. Can everybody hear me properly now? As it looks like Tony X tagging in his son, Tony Next, off the rope. Superhero strike into a spin out face buster. And show, you have a match tonight as well. Do not fret, that will be later this evening. Also to come tonight, we will be having a champion versus champion match as Kevin Storm looks to take on Vlad Dragos, non-title. We're going to see just exactly if Vlad is meant to be just the Silver Crown, or maybe the dragon is going to be sunsetted by the darkness. Also tonight, speaking of the Silver Crown, we will be seeing Xander take on Hank the Tank in one-on-one combat, and the winner of which will be named the #1 contender for the Silver Crown. Of course, tonight we also have the Twitch title match in which Infamous, our new Twitch champion, he won last week by defeating Mike Oxlong, will be in contest against the Golden God, a man who Infamous has faced on numerous occasions. He went to Matt Savior personally for this opportunity. And look at this now. Look at unload those forearms. Carter, we know he gets into a little zone there, into a wheelbarrow, caught him and dragged him by the arm back across that ring. And look at the similar outfits by Tony X and Tony Next here. Next not wearing that little mask thing. Maybe it does something to actually protect against the eyes. Wait a second, take him to the top rope. Big Hurricane right out, a powerbomb by Tony Next. Tony X, I mean. And now X lining up those legs and bending him right over his knees. Look at this. This has to hurt. All that pressure directly into your spine. And just throwing him off. Wasn't going to make him tap, but definitely, I think, inflicted enough damage. Oh, drop toe, holding that leg now. In place, it's not allowing him to get anywhere. It looks like the people believe in MS Best here tonight. Tag is made to Tony Next, however. Tag is made to Dimitri Gates as he makes his way into the match for the first time. Both these men looking for the cross body, was not able to connect, but Next is up to his feet a little bit faster than Dimitri. Tag is made as Dimitri looks like a little stunned. Huge back suplex into a senton. Excellent tag team offense here. You can see Carter a bit dazed on the outside there. And from a grounded position, utilizing the move of his tag team partner, that gut wrench suplex from a grounded position. And now look at this. Tony rolling and continues to roll. Very veteran instincts from the resident superhero here in SSW. Huge uppercut lands. And Tony next, not as stoic as his father. Down to quickly get his opponent back into that ring, making sure there's no delay for him to get any sort of restage. Laid on those ropes. Tony. Beautiful snad mare. What is he doing? Head to the outside. Rolling through. Battle breaker. 1, 2. That panel breaker stunner. Look at that. Show us the action in real time. Lighting him up. Superhero strike connects. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations to X Squared picking up the first victory here in SSW tonight. Quick, succinct tag action. And it looks like Carter was very dazed after taking one of those moves. We're going to have to make sure and check to make sure he's okay here in this matchup. This move right here in specific is the move I'm talking about. Big power bomb. It left him a bit rendered out of it, dazed and confused for the majority of the match. And right here, watch this perfectly. Set up with a kick off the rope. He scouted his opponent, laid in wait, and a panel breaker was not enough to put away his opponent. However, lined him up perfectly to put him away with a superhero strike. These two young men are here to patrol SSW, they say, and to protect us from any evil doing and foul misdeeds. And hopefully, X Squared can take on the world. As we move into our next matchup of the evening, we will see Cameron Wright, the man who defeated Kevin Storm last week with the aid of Showtime, of course. Cameron Wright looks to go one-on-one with Dimitri Gates, and the question on everyone's mind right this moment is Cameron back in the driver's seat? Hey, I need to ask everybody a question right this moment. How on earth does a man get away with so much wrongdoing here at SSW and still think he's in the right like Cameron? Because Cam last week in the main event of SSW utilized the distraction from Showtime as he came out to the ring and got in the ear of Kevin Storm. He then would utilize that distraction to hit a kiss cam and a camcorder to quickly squash the world champion. But before that moment, Cam was on the back burner. Cam was looking for any form of break and breath in there with Kevin Storm. The evil venom influence of Showtime. I wouldn't say all that, but it definitely makes you think. What on earth did Showtime say to a man like Cameron Wright? Or maybe Cam didn't even know that Show was going to be out there. Maybe Show was out there working on his own motivations. But coming out next, a young athlete here in SSW who has been looking for an opportunity to showcase himself here properly. Whenever he is faced with a tough test, he seems to crumple at the finish line. Dimitri Gates, Prince Leonidas. Men he was not able to best, but he has not lost all hope. For now, he has another reputable test in front of him. A man who has beaten the world champion. Perhaps he can prove that he can beat this man. As Dimitri Gates looks to lock out Cam's opportunity at fighting for a championship. And this matchup is underway. You can get your betting underway as well if you head up in there and you can see who wins this matchup. And look at this submission hold locked in very deep early in this matchup. And ooh, big knees for Mr. Wright. And runs right off the rope into a running face buster. Beautiful chops. Now it's Dimitri back into another submission, and this time it looks like he's looking for a sleeper hold of sorts, a modification of maybe what Kevin Storm calls a body bag. But Cam had it well scouted last week and has it well scouted this week as well. And look at this, ooh, huge running power slam, turning away from those ropes. Maybe thinking for a pinfall afterwards here. But Dimitri able to get back to his feet. It's Cam now with a beautiful, stunning amount of offense there, ending it with a jumping kick right into his opponent's throat. And Cam, and look at this, mocking the world champion, imitating the way he hits his Rainmaker. Big brain buster by Cameron Wright. Cam holding firm control of this matchup and now just walking over his opponent, inflicting a level of disrespect. And one might think that's a waste of an opportunity, but some people might say he's getting into the head of his opponent, trying to take him off of his game to make him do less opportune moves for himself. Frustrated people act irrationally as Cam now with a huge arm drag. Oh, back up to his feet into a quick roll-up. Ooh, not even a one count as the ref, it looks like, did not understand what may have been happening. And Dimitri looks to take an opening here. Trial by Impact. 3, Cam stacked up. That trial by Impact caught Cam out of nowhere. There it is, that overhead belly to belly, and Cam was looking to be judged fairly through a trial by Impact, and he was not able to get his shoulders off the mat.
Here is your winner, Dimitri Gates.
Congratulations to Dimitri. Very quick victory here tonight. As we move on into our next match of the evening. we're going to see Jasper Sutton, one half of the wrestling team known as Make Wrestling Great Again, looking to go one-on-one with Mark Miller. I haven't used this theme in a minute, it looks like. Hold on. I thought Mark's theme was not in the right place. Everybody, get up on your feet. Stand at attention for one half of your tag team champions has arrived here tonight.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 250.
Make wrestling great again. Jasper Sutton is making his way to the ring. Jasper, he's happy. But tell me, how happy can you be when you gotta get your... Well, they're the sirens. And it's been a minute since we've seen him arrive by himself. But do not get it twisted. For the ruler of SSW has arrived. Mark Miller is here. And Jasper, you might have been able to best them in a ladder match, but tell me, are you ready to take on the last level of SSW? You might think everything's all sweet, but stepping in the ring with Mark Miller will definitely leave you in a bad way. Go ahead and put your money down right now. Who you think's gonna walk out of here winning this matchup, Mark or Jasper? And oh, Jasper coming out swinging, refusing to give Mark any other opportunity. Huge toss. And Mark, quick kick, trying to get back in this matchup really quickly. And now both these men fighting to a standstill. And now the ref getting in between these men. Come on, ref. Oh, come on, Jasper. Huge right hook. Oh, and a second one. Refusing to give any way. And oh, I can't see clearly here. Both these men looking by for control and ooh, wrenching that arm. And now I can see clearly. I think Jasper busted open Mark. I think one of them the right hooks may have tore up Mark's face. And that ain't right, man. That ain't right. You can't just come out swinging like this, hitting your opponents hard with a right hook and expecting everything to be all hunky-dory at the end of the day. Headlock applied by Mark Miller. Oh, off the rope here. Huge back elbow. Jasper looking for the pin real quick. 1, 2. And a 2 count. And that back elbow might have caught him right exactly where the sun don't shine. In that broken, what looks to be broken, exposed cut somewhere on the face. The broken skin, I should say. Big belly to back mat slam. It's now Mark looking to go in on the outside of the ring. Fisherman suplex hook. And took him down on the outside. Where's Mark going? Mark, where are you going? Oh my! Diving fist right at the top. Jasper quickly scrambling his way back into the ring after that fist in the face. Mark caught him. Back suplex. Off the rope. Oh my God! Oh my God! Mark with an ATL drop halfway across the ring. Jasper, these quick elbows in quick succession. Come on, man. And again, trying to target that face that he's already inflicted so much damage to in this matchup. Oh, and speaking of damage, I think Mark is sick of the damage. Ooh, huge punch, but Mark not falling, slapping the taste out of Jasper's mouth for even trying. And now stiff backhands from both these men. Overhand chop, and Mark refusing to say die. You little Wayne, now we hear the lighter. I see you with your palms and your pants. And look at this, both these men refusing to say die. Seppuku, both these men looking for a lariat, missing. There's Jasper. Discus lariat, 2. And Mark throwing him off of him. That discus lariat by Jasper Sutton. Get up by Mark. Double axe handle. And Mark, and this is what makes Mark a veteran in this business. He knew where he was. He knew exactly what could have happened to him. But Jasper wants him in this ring. Huge right hook. Takes him down once more. And what's Jasper thinking here? Jasper! Oh no, I'm sorry. USA! Elbow drop! 1, 2! Mark! Only a 2! The tag team champion can't keep him down. And Mark telling him to get to his feet. Huge scoop slam. Up on a Brett's rope. Another USA elbow. 1, 2. No. Big knee. He missed. Mark back to his feet. Into that corner. What's Mark thinking? Beautiful clothesline. Oh, see the position. It does not save you. It does not save you. As Mark, vicious running forearm. 2. Jasper kicks out at the count of 2. Wait a second. Seppuku! 1, 2, 3. Mark Miller showcases that everything is already good in America. Right here, boom, watch this ATL drop halfway across the ring by Mark Miller. Beautiful discus lariat by Jasper. He hit that lariat all of a sudden. And right here, double axe handle right off the top. And here, he lined him up perfectly for the USA elbow. But it was not enough to keep down Mark. And right here, here's a second one of them vicious elbow drops. And again, looking to put Mark down in the dirt. But he refused. And here, Mark caught his opponent. Huge lariat in the corner. Clothesline, collapsed his opponent. And when he came back on the back through for the second, was able to transition into a running, sliding forearm deep in that corner. But Jasper was not safe as he was hit with the seppuku, decapitating him. And could this be the fate? Because I've been informed that God's hand has issued when and where they want their tag championships. In 2 weeks, September 10th, we will see God's hand take on Make Wrestling Great Again for the SSW Tag Team Championships. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. As we progress into our next matchup of the evening, we will see Magic Hands Manny take on Showtime. Mike Bell, my apologies. And if you know anything about Magic Hands Manny, you all know we need to lower our voices. We need to get ready for the amazing match that is ahead of us. Because Manny is looking to allow Showtime the proper time to relax and unwind.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Magic Hand Manny is making his way to the ring right now. And he is an excellent competitor inside that ring. He will work out any sort of issues you have and you would feel in tension over the last few weeks. And control you to the point of just absolute relaxation. But even though Magic Manny is here, oh ho ho ho, he ain't the only one who's here. Ladies and gentlemen, the former Twitch television champion and a man who refuses to say die, Showtime, have arrived. Rated double XL.
And his opponent, accompanied by Mike Oxley from Atlanta, weighing in at 265 pounds.
And here we go. Over the last week, we saw this man Showtime. He got involved in the World Champion's Corner after he lost in 4 minutes 2 weeks ago at Last Rites. But he says that's all in the past now. We're back on the winning streak. And more importantly, we are back with our boy, Mike Oxley. These two men have an incredible bond that not even a crowd, not even the general manager could break. These two men have each other's back through thick and thin. Mike, quick stint in the singles division, did not go the way he wanted, but he's back with his boy, and it looks like they've aligned for the tag division as Show tries to work out what exactly he needs to do to win a world title here in SSW. And I'm sure with Mike at his side, he could probably start thinking of some more things. He could probably start figuring out what exactly needs to be done to win such an opportunity like that. Showtime, look at this. Being forced into that corner by Manny. And this is what I'm talking about. But Manny is deceptively strong. He is willing to work out a lot of those knots in your back. And he has to be strong to be able to utilize such a thing. And look, Manny tried to utilize that strength once more, and Show was able to show the technical side of himself. And Manny wrenching those wrists, trying to work out the tension inside of that arm, maybe. And now headlock applied, and I've been informed after this match we will be hearing from the world champion Kevin Storm about what we should expect next for a contender for the SSW World Championship. We will hear from the champion tonight before he goes one-on-one with Vlad Dragos. And come on, Show. I think he was expecting a bit more of a challenge tonight out of Manny. And Manny, quick punch. Kick to the midsection, stun Showtime, who's laid hard on that rope. And it looks like Manny. Oh, wait. Caught the leg, and Manny was looking for a drop kick. And Show took that leg out from underneath him. Beautiful double leg drop kick. Double leg drop, point blank, period. Is now Manny desperately trying to take control. Look at this. Working the tension out in those upper neck muscles. What do they call those? Traps. The traps. Big leg drop for Manny. Not slowing down, weaving a second. Second one. In reverse. And Show's taking the legs out from underneath him and looking for the quick pin. We're forcing his opponent to use that energy to push him off. There is a huge shape difference between these men. I talk about how strong Manny is, but it's still going to exert a lot of energy to get the amount of man that is Showtime off of you like that. Manny rolling to the outside of Show, seeing exactly where he's going. Following him, and now it looks like dragging him back into the ring. No, come on, man. Face first, right into the apron. Ooh, docking a chop. Big forearm now. Manny kick to the midsection, and that makes Show again taking a back, laid on a barricade this time. The ropes the first. Boom! Right into the barricade. Big Russian leg sweep. That's gotta hurt. And oh, look at this. Using that pain. Working off the tension inside of him. The ref at a count of 6. Thrown down. Ref 7, 8. And Manny saying he's done. Resetting the count. It looks like he's going to get Show into the ring here. Show might be relaxed out. Manny, what is he thinking? There it is. Relaxing, massaging those traps. Show going down. He's weary. He's out. This could be the match. 1, 2. He hears the 2 count and he powers himself out of the sleep. Manny on the top rope. Diving cross body. And now Show rolls. He did not roll to the outside though. Manny catches his opponent. And oh my, using the ropes to stretch him out some. And again, back to that trap squeeze. Wearing down Showtime. Half and half. Deep in the corner is now Manny targeting the legs. Rear wrenching out those legs of Show, it appears. Now up on Brett's rope. What's Manny thinking? Calling him to his feet. Showtime in a bad way. Crossbody. Caught him on Brett's rope. That's why it's the most dangerous rope. Oh my God. One. Just a 1 count. And just like that, all of your lights snuffed. A second spinning sit-out slam. ATL drop out the corner. Oh my. Oh, no. Don't get up. Manny. The shoes in the crowd. 1, 2, 3. What did you expect? What did you expect? What on earth did you expect here tonight as Showtime dispatches through? And Manny right here, watch this. Manny was relaxing Showtime, giving him a nice massage, and Show fades, passes out, center of the ring. 1, 2, and at the 2, the life jolts through his body. Energy reinvigorated through him. And right here, this beautiful half and half. And he caught him midair for a huge spinning sit-out slam out of the corner, an ATL drop. Using that ATL drop to line his opponent up for a spear. Congratulations to Showtime. And look at the back of Showtime. He went through it tonight, but he came out on top. And that's what he wanted. Heading into our next matchup of the evening. We saw it earlier. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to run a very brief commercial ad break here. But while we do, for those of you who are at home, before we are not getting into this matchup, by the way, we have our world champion is going to speak, but we have an ad break we need to run first. But before we go to that, before hearing our world champion speak, I would like to once more show you the footage of what happened to Holly Woods, thanks to Silas Blackheart, earlier tonight. And right here, backstage, as we arrived to the show, we saw this. Holly arriving, Hollywood staff, lead of our lighting and cameras here, head of all of our directorial productions, was viciously and violently attacked by Silas Blackheart. I've been informed that he has not been injured in any way. However, he is being looked at by doctors and checked up on and made sure that there is no form of concussion or injury. This is an insane thing to think about here in SSW, no? That a man like this has a contract and can voluntarily walk around in the back and just attack whoever he wants. It's insanity to me that that's just what is allowed to happen here in SSW. And of course, Silas will be in action with Andre later tonight, as we have already showcased. But before we get to that, I would like to talk about our world champion, Kevin Storm, who will be headed to the ring here right now. Kevin Storm, of course, our world champion. For if we can get a world champion count in the chat, please. How long has Kevin Storm held our title? Kevin Storm, of course, he has stated before he does not bring the world championship out to the ring with him when he cut these serious talks with the crowd. He does not want them to think of him as the world champion at that moment. He wants them to remember that he is just a normal member and supporter of the locker room and the things and the changes that he believes that are happening here in the company. And he believes that the world championship clouds the view of a lot of people here in the company and makes them believe that he is the bad guy. So we resist bringing out that world title to remind the people that he is just himself without that belt. And we are going to hear from Kevin Storm right now.
A lot of fans, including myself, are disappointed Austin wasn't in the match at Last Rites. Now that we know who caused him to be removed from the match, we can talk about it. Silas Blackheart seems to be running amok and taking people out wherever he wants. I know I probably shouldn't be one to talk, but his attacks look so sporadic and uncoordinated. The locker room is convinced Matt to give him a contract so that they can handle him. And I also approached Matt so that I'll receive a match against Silas and put him down. But since the locker room says they have it under control, I guess it's time to start looking for my next contender. 886 days I've been your world champion. That's 21,264 hours. That's 1,275,840 minutes. And only 4 of those minutes is how long it took me to retain my title at Last Rites. So, who's next in the Waste My Time tour? It seems Showtime isn't over his loss, but he's better off in the tag division. You and Mike can trump the current champions, right? That'll get you more camera time. Speaking of cams, Cameron Wright, you made the wrong move. You can't honestly believe you have what it takes to win my title. You don't even belong in my division. I taught you everything you know, but it means nothing if all you care about are your angles. You remind me of a mellow light and just as I. Speaking of mellow, hello. How are you doing at the bottom of those power rankings, buddy? You just haven't been the same since Saints and Sinners, man. People thought you had what it takes to be a top guy. People thought you would be someone more like Austin Andrews. Now you're better off on the playground with Yuri. The only real competition here that I see is the competition I bred. So whether you be SOS or SSW, the floodgates are open. If you want this world championship title, come and take it from me.
And those are insanely strong words from our world champion, Kevin Storm. I can't believe these are the things that he personally believes here. And as we're going to get into our next matchup of the evening here, after Kevin Storm has just hit that huge revelation. And I apologize about any sort of auditory issues that we may have for the rest of the night, although we've been encountering a lot of them. That's definitely due to the fact that, of course, our lead of all of our production, that's the term I've been looking for all night, our head of production, Holly Woods, has been attacked and ambushed. He controls the lights, the sounds, the trons, and things have not been right. You saw earlier Mark Miller was missing his Titantron. We have an excellent Tron for a man like Mark Miller, who's a great commodity here to us here in SSW. And he was ambushed and attacked. And that's why things haven't been going right. By the man who Andre Knight, the powerhouse of SSW, will be taking on as Silas Blackheart is here.
And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 250 pounds, Silas Blackheart.
I don't like this guy. I gotta be honest with you. I don't like this guy. I think this guy is one of the worst competitors to ever step foot in this company so far. I don't care if he's a powerhouse inside the ring and he can throw any man anywhere he wants. I don't care that he has a submission finisher that actually chokes a man's entire breath out of his throat. Oh, my heart. I don't care that Silas has done nothing beneficial for this company. What I care about is the fact that he attacks helpless people like Austin Andrews. He attacks helpless people like Holly Woods. He attacked 2 wrestlers post a hard-fought match, and he's doing everything he wants personally in this company, and nobody seems to understand who brought him here and how to stop him. Somebody get this man off my screen ASAP. I don't want him here. And the SSW roster has voted, as the world champion said, to keep this man around. And look at this. Come on, man. He's not even doing wrestling moves. He's just throwing lariats at his opponent. Andre has done nothing in this match so far. Off the rope now. Where are you going, Silas? Big kick right to the face. Oh, no. Andre might have dunked in the last second. And you can vote right now on who you think is going to pull out the victory in this matchup. And Silas, again, taking the cheap shot, getting the quick opportunity on Andre here. Back into the elbow collar tie-up. And now Silas pushing him halfway across the ring again, trying to make it so the space has to be broken, and using the ref's distraction. Come on, man. This is ridiculous. Andre, there's blood pouring from Andre's face. Forearm right across the jaw. And now Silas grabbing him by his throat. In these vicious stomps deep in the corner, as now Silas is just unloading and unleashing violence onto Andre tonight. What are you doing? Get him off the top rope. What are you doing? Oh my God! Just lobbing his opponent halfway across the ring. Andre is no small man. Do you know the amount of weight that just came crashing down? And no. Come on, Silas! Blood pouring out of the face. Look at this. Oh my God. Andre trying his best to fight back. Looking for a quick roll up for a victory. 1. Silas reverses it. He pushes him all the way through. A huge power bomb. Picking him back up to his feet. What is he thinking? What on earth was he talking venom into his opponent? Taking him down by the leg, but oh, look at this quick recovery by AK. And now AK quick with these punches to try to get back in this matchup. Up on the shoulder. AK using the rope to guillotine his opponent. Deadlifted him. Oh! Beautiful deadlift mat slam. Into the corner now. Andre turning him around. Putting him high up on the top turnbuckle. And wait a second. It looks like he's fully loaded with that burning hammer. Woo! 1, 2, shutting down Silas here tonight. I think I have to say, as much as I'm appreciative, I think Andre barely skated out of that matchup with his life. And right here, watch this. Boom! Beautiful, fully loaded, burning hammer. Drilled hard into the mat as AK pushes his way through the competition. But next up, we have our Twitch Television Championship match, as Godric the Golden God looks to go one-on-one with a man he knows very well in this company, a man who infamous cannot seem to escape himself. The reigning, defending Twitch title holder, the infamous
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Television Championship.
as we have not seen Godric in a couple of weeks as he makes his way to the ring. And you've got to wonder, is this Godric's moment? Is it finally time for the Golden God to have a golden belt? Do you think Godric, the Golden God, will walk out the Twitch champion? Or do you think he can do it? Do you think he will make his first retain here tonight against a man, a villain from his past? Get ready, because Infamous is here. Put your money up. You can cash in channel points for an opportunity to fight next week the winner of this match. I want to double check that while I said that, but I you will be able to. These two men have fought each other over the years a multitude of times. Infamous, if you were in the stream, I think there are people in the Discord that if you wanted to watch the stream with them, watch this match in specific with them if you're free, you can watch it. But Godric, the Golden God, and Infamous have fought a number of times here in SSW that dates back to the first show of the season. And now It's no different than then, it seems like. The only thing that separates these two men now is there is a title involved. And one of these men will walk out a champion and have a more inflated ego than before. As they say, this is the moment their rivalry turned real. Looking for the kick. Godric sidesteps him. He's been here before. Backbreaker from the Golden God. And now take it across the ring. What is Godric thinking? Off the rope. Dude, stiff clothesline. Levels him. And oh, chop block right to the knee. Running chop block. It's not, oh, no. Sizing him up. Knee. Clothesline once more. Godric rolling, trying to make space. Does not want this to be the end of the title match. Throwing these punches. Godric throws one back. And for the retaliation, he gets caught with an Izaguri that throws him off of the apron. And now Infamous knows where he's located. Look at him inflict some extra damage as he smashes Godric's hands between his foot and the floor. Now thrown into the barricade. Infamous rolling back into the ring. He can retain this title via countout. Leg drop now to a prone Godric on the outside. Godric back to his feet very quickly. Oh, Infamous was trying to flip away. Big power slam from Godric. And catches him again with a huge backbreaker. and this time wrenching it in over his knee. Ref at a count of 4. There's a 20 count here, and SSW is the golden guy with another one of them elbow drops. And the question on everyone's mind at this moment, can Godric put away Infamous here tonight? Battering ram right into the barricade. Oh my God. This has to be Godric's moment. He's got to get Infamous into the ring. One. And Infamous, too much time. Or maybe not enough impact, not enough damage just yet. On the shoulder. No, wait. He got him. Lifted to a DDT. 1, 2. Godric says no. Moonsault once again. And what is Infamous thinking here? His opponent sitting up now. Maybe catching a break, using this opportunity to talk some trash. Godric gets back up to his feet. Catches E. Wait a second. Golden torture rack. Wrenching it in deep. He wants it. The torture rack. No. Single shoulder torture rack. Off the ropes. Godric ducks. Explosive power slam. Looking to put away Infamous right now. 2. Just a 2 count as the champion stays in this matchup. Godric is feeling this opportunity, feeling the electricity of this crowd. Up on the shoulders again and dunked hard on that rope. 1, 2, just a 1, not even the 2. I apologize. And Infamous crawling back to his feet, and Godric letting him. Running. Huge body splash out of the corner. Godric stalking his opponent. And another torture rack. Over that. Infamous taps. Infamous taps. The Golden God has acquired his crowning jewel. Godric has risen to the top of the mountain. And the Twitch title is now his. And I know Infamous is going to let this eat at the back of his head for days now. Just when he thought he had finally bested Godric in a steel cage, once more, Godric is able to get the one-up and best him in his defense. And right here, that second torture rack. The Golden God being awarded his Twitch title. Look at the smile on his face. He knows he deserves it. He earned it tonight. As we move on into our next match of the evening. We will see the #1 contendership for the Silver Crown as Hank the Tank goes one-on-one with the Colossus, Xander. Hank the Tank is a third, and the one might argue the voice of make wrestling great again. And he wants a belt to call his own. Earning an impressive number of victories here in SSW, Hank, boasting a very good record, looks to go into this matchup and best a man who I'm sure he does not respect the wrestling style of 100%. A big man like Xander should not be as agile as he is. And Hank is gonna take problem with that here tonight. The Colossus has arrived. Xander has gone through a who's who of SSW, beating some of the most impressive names in SSW history. He has also squashed some very notable men in this company. He has lost to some greats here, including Prince Leonidas himself. But that does not mean that Xander is out of this game just yet. Beating Showtime a couple of weeks back, I'm sorry, not Showtime, beating Murta a couple of weeks back, it definitely did not hurt as well in what this man does. As Xander looms over Hank the Tank, runs right into our shoulder. And normally we see Hank with this ground and pound offensive early on in the matchup, but we know Xander is a quick and strong Colossus. And look at this now, targeting the top of that skull of Hank, making it so maybe he can't think straight to be able to throw one of those beautiful backhands. Ooh, look at a roll up there, but unable to get it as the ref calls a rope break. And now pin. One count in this number one contendership opportunity. Huge gut shot there. Off the rope. Oh no. Xander was wise enough to start moving himself into that corner. Big axe handle in the corner. Catches his opponent using the side of the ropes. And oh, pushed down hard into that corner, and now seated against that bottom turnbuckle. Thrown right into our official. Xander taking him, throwing him into the other corner. Huge splash out of the corner. No, Xander. A second one. Hank snatching him, using his own momentum against him. Into the pin. 1, 2, 3. Xander puts away Hank the Tank and becomes your number one contender. The predictions weren't even done yet. The Colossus will be taking on Vlad Dragos in 2 weeks on September 10th.
Here is your winner, the Colossus Xander.
Congratulations to Xander. Quick and easy. Put him in a bag and let's go. Move on to our next matchup of the evening. We will see Muerte Altísima take on Prince Leonidas in what is our co-main event. And over the last few weeks, Leonidas has been fighting a war on two fronts. Because on one end, Leonidas wants to go and take the fight on the offensive to the feathers of the fallen. And Vlad is hitting him with resistance of all kinds. But on the other, death lurks for Leonidas. As Muerte Altísima wants his turn first. Muerte, a man that is not even terrified of death. We saw him do some drastic feats during the ladder match at Last Rites. But more importantly, over the last few weeks, we've seen him align himself with Vlad Dragos, what some people thought was a very suspicious finish in the matchup in which Muerte did not stop Vlad. Last week we put the pieces together and Muerte has aligned himself with Vlad Dragos. The questions are why, the questions are how, the questions are, Leonidas, what do you do when you are staring down a vampire that you want to put a stake through and death in the rear view? As Leonidas is in for one hell of a fight as Muerte Altísima, it's here for action. As a man let's try that again. As a man who radiates royalty has made his way to the ring. Leonidas wants a victory here tonight. He needs a victory here tonight. Losing to Vlad over the last few weeks, and Muerte has put a stunt into his mindset, I'm sure. And this young man is trying to understand what he needs to do in order to push himself back up through the ranks of the Silver Crown division of SSW. And ooh, looking for a drop kick, and Leonidas was able to short step him. Make him miss that drop kick. Just a quick one, though. And now, quickly on the offensive here. Turning his opponent around, looking to get a good, looks like suplex, but ooh, wrenching. Muerte's not going anywhere. He's not holding him in a waist lock. And oh, snap bear takedown there into a headlock by Muerte. Leonidas trying to get to his feet, jawbreaker. Muerte not falling. Big chop though. Poison Rana early on. Looking to end the matchup. One. Just the one. Stiff forearm right in the mask. Knee right across the back of the skull, and Leonidas barking at this crowd. And neither one of these men allowing the other to get the upper hand here. And Leonidas in firm control of that arm. Bringing his opponent, it looks like down to a knee, but Muerte able to fight his way back up to a standing position. Oh, wrenching it behind him. And Leonidas is able to work his way behind his opponent and refusing to let go. Holding onto that arm deep. Taking out the legs from underneath Muerte now. Stiff jab, dazes Muerte on the ropes. Off the rope style. Muerte hopping over underneath. And oh, crossbody, well timed. Muerte sidesteps him. And now attacking Leonidas. Not letting a moment go to rest. Look at this. Vicious calculated blows all across the body. Muerte targeting that leg hard now. Kicked it out from underneath him. And leg dropping it for assurance. Now Leonidas refusing to stay down. Crawls himself into the corner. Big back elbow. Rainmaker levels Muerte. 1, 2. Just a 2 count off the Rainmaker. Kick to the midsection. Hammerlock applied. There's the crown splitter. And we got to get his opponent away from those ropes, of course. And that might be a little bit too much time in the dragging. 1, 2, 3. No, Muerte taken down by Leonidas.
Here is your winner, Prince Leo.
And congratulations to Leonidas as we move into what is going to be our main event of the evening. I'm not allowed to run an ad, which means our main event will be ad-free. So we are going to get straight into it. But as we do, please tell me who you think is going to pick up the victory here. But more importantly, what you thought was the best thing of tonight is we're going to see a champion versus champion match. Interference is banned from ringside on both sides here. We will not see any of the members of the Throne or the Feathers here, or the Fallen, I should say, really tonight. As we are going to get straight into our main event of Vlad Dragos taking on Kevin Storm. One of the most despised men in the company, reviled for the actions he takes here in SSW. It looks like they fixed the lighting on his entrance. That's so cool. As Vlad Dragos has arrived. I don't know what all you want me to say about a man who is the leader of the Fallen, a group he has crafted over the last couple of years into two unstoppable machines inside of that ring, focused on whatever he tells them to focus on. I can tell you that he has traveled around the entire European scene and destroyed hopes and dreams of people. I can tell you he's held a fork hold on championships throughout SSW's history, but I think the most important thing to tell you is that Vlad Dragos has never beaten Kevin Storm. Vlad Dragos has never been able to best the Dragon in one-on-one competition in SSW history. This is not the first time. This is in fact the third time these two have met in singles competition. This is an opportunity for Vlad to prove that he can slay a dragon. And speaking of dragons, Kevin Storm is the last of them. You heard him earlier tonight. He gave the count. He told you how long he was the world champion for, and it's counting. Because at this point, there's no understanding who could stop this man. Showtime couldn't. Mark Miller hasn't been able to. Maybe Stefan wants to take a shot and crack the crown on his own cousin's head. Maybe one of the School of Storm students, Cameron Wright, Andre Knight, who just bested Silas tonight. Maybe somebody new. Maybe instead of the Silver Crown, Xander should be stepping forth into a ring against Kevin Storm. Or maybe Uptown JB should finally show him what it means to be Uptown. But right now, all I do know is that Kevin Storm is holding this company hostage, holding the championship hostage. He demands better contenders. He demands someone be able to bring a challenge out from underneath him, and I don't know if anyone can yet, but I know they will. And Vlad is definitely a challenge that I do not think Kevin Storm is going to easily overcome here tonight. This is a new Vlad that we have not seen in years past. Big slap to the back of the head, and of course, Rainmaker. Vlad not falling though. Big uppercut, and ooh, taking out the leg from underneath him. Kevin said you will fall. There's been no money put on either Kevin Storm or Vlad Dragos here tonight. There is no idea who is going to walk out of this matchup the winner. People don't want to waste their time on an unsure victory. As locked into the match here, both these men looking for an opportunity. Kevin gets pushed up against the ropes. Ooh, stiff jab by Vlad. And now Vlad, look at that attack right after that. And ooh, targeting that arm, wrenching it now in deep. Kevin Storm being taken down to a knee for a brief second. However, pushes himself back into it. Excellent technician, that Kevin Storm. Owner and operator of the School of Storm. He trains on a day-to-day basis with a new face, a new mind. Looking for the pinfall very quickly. Just one count. I think Kevin wants this matchup already, but no, Vlad holding a standstill here, refusing to give Kevin any sort of traction. And Kevin's going to gain his own. He says he's going to reach that arm in deep. He's going to push you to your limits, Vlad. He's going to make you break. And Kevin Storm is, of course, known for many different ways to implement different holds here in SSW. He can definitely go toe-to-toe with some of the best technicians we have in the company, like Austin Andrews, even Jack the Ripper, a man who he's trained, and some might even say may surpass Kevin Storm's level of technicality. Now he wrenches that arm and takes the legs out from underneath. We saw Cam execute a similar maneuver earlier tonight. We saw Prince Leonidas execute a similar maneuver earlier tonight. You wonder where they both learned it. Look at these throwing open palm chops at one another. Both these men. Oh no! Kevin caught him by the throat, executing those simple threes. Rainmaker connects. And a twofer for your troubles, Vlad. Looking for the pinfall early here. 1, 2. Just a 2 count. Maybe it's time for a body bag already. Kevin and Vlad gets caught in the corner. Kevin Storm choking him. And you see our official telling Kevin Storm he's got to get that choke. Let that choke go. And the ref's starting to count on him, but of course, Kevin Storm letting it go at the right time. Wait a second. Body bag. The choke was an aversion. And Vlad looking to try to grab one of those ropes. He's trying to get his hands on one of those ropes, but unfortunately, he taps out, and Kevin Storm picks up the victory in our main event here tonight. Right here, these vicious slaps. Rainmaker to the midsection. One on the side of the cheek for good measure. Unfortunately, was just a 2 count. And the right here chokes out Vlad in the corner. It wasn't for the choking. It was the ability to get him out of the corner quick and easily for this body bag. Congratulations to Kevin Storm picking up what has to be a deafening victory to the entire locker room. And there is no telling who can beat Kevin Storm. But thank you all tuning in to SSW here tonight. It is an excellent day. I hope you all had a great time with me. And I hope you enjoyed this very succinct, quick episode of SSW. We will see you next week, same time. And also, I do want to mention you may see me going live randomly over the next few days. That's because I'm trying to get a little bit of habit of streaming because Silk Song drops next week, a game I've been anticipating for the last 5 years, and I will be streaming it live every day, including the day of Wednesday next, the week afterwards of the 10th. I will be streaming before that, playing Silk Song. So if you wish to tune in starting September 4th, you can catch that. But have a wonderful evening and a great night.